2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. And it's happening out at U.S. Airways Center, where the Phoenix Suns will be going up against the Washington Wizards. Taking a look at the Wizards, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. Last year, Randy Wittman as a head coach in the playoffs for the first time. What do you make of the job that Witt has done with the Wizards?
Well, he has great experience. He's been coaching for a long time and really knows how it works. He's always a threat to throw a curveball at a team, especially in crunch time. Very defensive-minded, and he's an anti-analytical type of coach.
Yeah. Are you anti-analytical?
No, because I can't even spell it.
Then how could you be? And I don't even understand that.
It just sounded nice, Ernie.
Yeah. Here's Kevin Harlan. Whatever.
Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Phoenix, the home of the Suns, the U.S. Airways Center. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And it's the Suns to start out. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene down low with Gortat. And it's Pierce in at the three, the small forward.
As good as the Wizards season was last year, they still had trouble with teams from the West. In fact, only 11 wins in 30 games for them last season.
And a lot of teams out in the East struggle with the West, but it's an area where, Clark, the elite East teams perform better than 11 wins.
Yeah, and if Washington wants to take that next step of getting to be a top three team in the East, they've got to be a lot tougher against the West, and something around the 500 mark in terms of wins would get them there.
And the first one drops.
Now, it wasn't too long ago that the Suns were selling first-round picks. Now the complete opposite. This team stacking up draft picks as they look to go young and rebuild this club.
Both free throws good from Tucker. And the push for new talent in Phoenix really seen from top to bottom. New GM, first-time head coach, and Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah, and they did an outstanding job. They're pushing to create a very positive culture. They're really giving everybody an opportunity to show what they can do. Thus far, the results are very impressive. And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. You know, getting the ball inside early.
Well, it worked to perfection there. I like the game plan. Get it inside, force the defense to react, and then play off your big men.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Eric Bledsoe is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter, but because of his great physical gifts, he is certainly a rising star in the NBA.
The Suns have had two chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. And Steve Bledsoe, 6'1" with the 6'8" wingspan, blinding athleticism, and he's an aggressive defender.
Yeah, he's a guy who applies a lot of pressure on the ball. He attacks the glass offensively. He's given us some highlight reel blocks, too. I mean, this young guy is explosive.
Here's Bledsoe, following the basket by John Wall. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Shot from the top of the key. He squares up and sinks it. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. It's Beal on the wing. Nene setting the pick for Beal. It's off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. And Wall kicks to Nene. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Nene's got his first 2 points.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Morris dishes to Dragic. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And the shot is good.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Wizards have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Wall, Plumlee with the block, and they're able to recover. And that one's good by Gortat.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Bledsoe against Wall, and that one's good. 6 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
Jeff Hornacek, a first-time head coach last season, but what a terrific job he did with the Phoenix Suns, taking a team that everybody had written off and elevating them to the brink of the Western Conference playoffs.
Now here's Beal. Wall with another miss.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
And Coach Hornacek didn't have any head coaching experience, but an overwhelming amount of basketball experience.
Yeah, the son of a great high school coach. He was a walk-on at Iowa State where he became a great player, and then spent 14 seasons playing in the NBA, primarily with the Suns and the Jazz. So, yeah, he's soaked up the game throughout his lifetime.
Like all good teams in the West, the Suns were very strong against the East. 20 wins and only 10 losses for them on the year.
And he can't hit the second. And Steve, for the Suns, it was really just them beating the teams they were supposed to beat up on in the East.
Well, that's what you have to do when you climb the ladder in the West. You know the Western competition is so tough, so you've got to take advantage of any bit of a break in the schedule, and the Suns did that last year.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Randy Whitman. Doris, what did he have to say?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris. Wizards trail by 4. The feed to Beal, right wing. Nene, the pass to Wall. And another miss by Washington.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
It's Dragic with the drive, and he gets it to go. Dragic has got 6 points.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Now here's Wall. Pierce inside the three-point line. No good off the back of the rim.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Dewan Blair, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphreys comes in for Nene. Porter's checked in for Pierce. And Andre Miller is subbed in for John Wall. Thomas against Beal. Clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Looking to end the drought, and the shot is good. Now, here's Thomas. There's the pass to Morris. 46 seconds left in the first quarter, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Humphries with a screen on Green, and it's Miller penetrating.
Andre Miller does a lot of things well on the floor, but he's not really a long-range shooter, so he needs the ball in his hands to be effective in your offense.
Washington shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
About a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Both free throws good for Miller.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Out left to the wing. Here's Warren. Shot denied. Morris kicks to Thomas. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And the Wizards with possession. 4-point game. And it's Miller penetrating. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Washington shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good from Miller. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And he gets it to go.
Can't allow that to happen, guys. Just a defensive breakdown there on the boards.
Here's Thomas. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard.